back to another Fabulous Confabulation with me, Jay Mills. Now today I get to speak with the fabulous Joelle Garguilo.
Wait, okay, I'm gonna take the glasses off.
Yes,
You're the
take it
cutest
off.
thing under the sun.
Thank
I love
you.
her. I
So
love you.
she is a host, producer, journalist, and you might know her from New York Live,
New York Live,
and the
Today
Show.
A
Yes,
little bit of everything.
famous.
Oh my God.
I'm talking to a star right
And
now.
I'm girl crushing right now. Again.
Okay, so what's a typical day for you, at work?
Oh, every day is different for me.
Really?
Every day is different. So it depends on the day. I think that
Okay.
would be the answer. So kind of an anomaly here at MVC.
Okay.
So I do work for the Weekend Today Show. So technically those days are Tuesday through Saturday.
Okay.
But then I also work for New York Live. So, on Mondays and Tuesdays, and then sometimes other days I'll be working with them as well.
Mhm.
So next week, for example, so today you were here with me at
Yes.
the Today Show.
Super
so
fun.
I got to produce everything out in the plaza. I produced Pop Start, and then I got to anchor Pop Start. Monday, I'll have a shoot for New York Live with a Broadway choreographer. He's fabulous. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, I'll fill in co-host for New York Live, then put on my producer hat for Weekend Today, Thursday and Friday, and then who knows? And like every
Nice.
week is different.
Wow. And
Yeah.
just to let you guys know, I know Joelle because she did a story on
Yeah.
Girl Be Heard, which you guys know I am a part of, so please check that out as well. And sometimes I get confused about what the responsibilities of a producer are, so can you briefly talk about that?
So here's, I think it just depends on what you want to do, right? But so
Okay.
if you are strictly a producer, you need to make sure that your talent is taken care of. So for example, you were here today and I was out there on the plaza. I'm always looking for moments that will enhance the show, moments that will show the best side of the anchors and the talent, because you develop a relationship with them. You also need to make sure, most importantly, every bit of information is accurate. That's the most important thing, because a lot of times people don't have time to go and to do all this research on their own. So you're basically presenting everybody with a cheat sheet. Here's everything you need to know. So if you know nothing about a story prior to this moment, here you go. Now you know everything.
Right.
So, and I think that if people have aspirations to be on air, they should produce. You should do it all. Also, what I would say is when you do produce, that helps you in terms of on air, exponentially. Because so for me, you just saw that we were doing Pop Start. So this is an entertainment segment, and it's allocated for about 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. But then right before, they go on my ear and they say, well, we only have 2.5 minutes. So that's a minute. And in TV, that's a lot of time. But because I know the content so well,
Right.
I could bang it out.
That's
When I'm on a shoot in New York Live and I'm asking you questions, interviewing somebody, I know, okay, that soundbite won't play well on TV, or somebody interrupted, or there was a sound. Let me ask it again. Let me do this, because I also edit. And so I
Okay.
think that's important too. I know it's
Wow.
jumping around a bit,
Yeah,
but
no.
but they're skills I think that everybody who wants to be in this industry, if they do, you should know and own.
Okay. All right. So you should know everything.
I think
about,
so. Know how to
don't stick to one.
Know
thing.
how to do every job, even if it's just a little bit. Know how to do every job, because
Okay.
it makes you better at your job, and then people want to work with you because they
You're
know
easy to work with.
and you get it. So
Okay, so you first started as an accounting major.
Yes.
Then you went to marketing and finance.
Yes.
And then finally
She did her
journalism.
homework.
Finally journalism.
Yeah.
So when did that light bulb click, and when did you realize you really wanted to do journalism?
And you will go and look at little videos of me when I was probably 4 and 5, and I was going, "Good morning, America." But I should have said, "Good morning, Today Show."
Right.
No, so I think it's something. It was always a dream.
Okay.
But growing up, it just always sounded better to say, "Oh, I'm going to be an accountant," or "Oh, I'm going to be in for whatever reason," like that in my head. So then I worked for KPMG, which is one
Right.
of the big 4 accounting firms. Then I left there, went to New Line Cinema. So I was one of 5 on a whole female finance team, which was baller. And then the company went under here on the East Coast.
Okay.
So it was like, okay, you can get another finance job, or if you really want to do this, pursue it. So at the time, no kids, wasn't married, and so it's a little bit easier to take risks. And I got a severance package, and I used that money to invest in courses. But I learned how to do everything.
That's good.
It was, digital journalism, which was new at the time. So learning to shoot, write, edit,
Right.
produce, all of that. So it definitely made me more marketable when it came time for the job interview.
Nice. And you took classes at NYU, right? Which
Yes.
is where I'm going now. And then New York Film Academy,
and the
right?
New York Film Academy.
Yes.
Yep.
And they taught you how
Listen,
to do every single.
I love. I mean, you're such a natural at this. I love the on-camera aspect. I can't explain why, but I think it's I don't know. You kind of get a rush, and you get to connect with people, and you get to share stories about amazing organizations.
Yeah.
And I've met some incredible human beings. Yourself would be included on that list as a result of what I get to do. But I remember with New York Film Academy, the first day was all of the on-camera stuff, and I went home and was like, I got this. And then it was the technical stuff, and they gave us tripods, and it was like, okay, can you take apart a tripod? What is this?
What is
piece
that?
of thing? And then I left being like, I'm so discouraged, but I kept at it, and
Good.
you know. So for many years, you would see me out there shooting as well, which I still do sometimes. So yeah, so definitely was worth it. Was worth the risk.
Nice. And do you ever think about acting?
No. I mean, listen.
I mean, you're natural at
no,
what you do.
No,
but
I
I feel like you could do it.
No,
I feel like you can star in a movie.
I could do this. But if you try to get me to act like somebody, I could only be what you got to see it this morning. Like, this is a lot.
So are there or were there any challenges being a female in this business? And if so, how did you overcome?
Oh, that's a really great question. Listen, I think that there are challenges when you want to have a family, and it's a choice that you need to make. So that is something that I don't think that men face, but women do face it, because you get pregnant, you have a child, now, you know, you're out of work for a good amount of time. You don't want to travel as much anymore. I mean, you can travel as much anymore. You can travel as much. I don't want to, because I've got now 2 little girls at home. So I do think that, I think that females have it harder than men in this industry. However, you got to find your people. You got to find your people who, you know, they lift you up, and those are women, and there are some men too. But like my girls in this industry are everything to me. They're killing it, and they're everything to me.
Aww.
So if I'm having a bad day, or if I need a little bit of guidance, like those are the people who I'm calling. So I think we all kind of support one another, and like that's me. That's what I'm all about. I'm a girl's girl. Always have been, always will be. And I have found that there are a lot of those girls in this industry.
And I could tell from the start when I first met you.
Yeah,
like definitely about that. What do you like to do in your free time? You know, with your kids and your husband, and when you're not working? Because I know you're always on the run.
Girl likes a party. I do.
Okay.
I do. Can we say it? Like, girl likes a party. Do I get to do that much? No. I like to shop. I'm so basic. Like,
no,
that's what I like to do. You know what I mean? Like, I just like to hang. I like to chill. I do like to shop.
Yeah.
I like my wine.
I can't agree to that.
You know, like, give me a Miami trip and I'm good. But those are fewer and further between. So yeah.
So how do you manage, stress with a tight deadline and stuff like that?
Okay, I think a crazy thing that happens when you get into this business is I only know how to operate under stress.
Okay, that's me too.
No, really. So like this week, I didn't have as heavy of a workload, and it took me longer to do everything. But if you give me 15 things to do in 2 hours, I will get 25 done. So I wish I understood it. I think it's just like something inside of you that you know when you have to be on, and you know when you can just kind of like lay back.
Yeah.
So
I know. I'm always telling myself like I need to stop procrastinating, but then when I have so much to do under a short amount of time, I'm like, wow, I really feel good about this work.
I know. And people always say to me like, oh, I didn't want to ask you this because I feel like you're so busy. And for me, I have my family comes first. So I've got my girls, I've got my husband, my extended family and work. And I do work multiple jobs here, which is wild, but I can manage it all, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
so
that definitely makes sense. And now, what has been your most favorite stories or interviews that you have covered?
Okay. Interviews?
Okay.
Oprah.
What?
Can we talk about Oprah?
Talk about Oprah.
Okay, so I was on the red carpet. I do a lot of entertainment reporting as well. So I was on the red carpet and I asked Oprah, and she was with Steven Spielberg. So I asked them this question. So we were covering a movie called The 100-Foot Journey.
Okay.
And I said, you know, like in the film, they say a chef knows if someone's going to be great, if like there's like an egg test or something like that. So I said, like, Mr. Spielberg, what's your test for knowing if a director is going to be great? And Miss Winfrey, what is your test for knowing if, you know, an anchor, a reporter, a talk show host is going to be great? And Oprah said, well, I could tell that you've got it. And I didn't hear anything after that because it was like
everything went.
I just died. Yeah, so like I died a little bit that day. So that was definitely an interview that I will never forget. But for stories, I'm really drawn to, you know, I've met some incredible kids with cancer, kids, homeless children who have, these are people who have overcome such huge obstacles. You would never know that they have faced what they face with the things that they're doing, and I love sharing those stories. You know, recently I teamed up with this guy. He started this company, a nonprofit. He, you know, saw a homeless man walking around in New York City. He gave him the shoes off his feet, and so now he has this whole organization is from the Soul, where he just I love Andre. Yeah, he's great. And then we went around and we gave shoes out to less fortunate people, and like those are the stories that I like. They really hit home to me.
And what need to be covered more.
And also just stories about badass women paving the way. Like that's my jam. So it's, you know, it's like, you know, you got Oprah and the celebrity stuff, you know.
Yes.
And then like the stories with heart. That's what I love.
Would you ever want to interview? I'm saying this because I'm a big Beyonce fan. Would you ever want to interview Beyonce?
I've hugged Beyonce. Yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. I mean, I interviewed her for all of like 50 seconds, but in my head it was like 3 days.
That's a lot.
Yeah, she's a lovely human being.
Okay, and so is there anything you're looking forward to in this new year? Any goals that you want to achieve before the year ends?
Listen, it's always about like moving forward, right? So right now, everything that I'm doing, I know that I could rock it, but I'm always looking for new experiences. And also, so when I got into this business, I got in doing cell phone video. But that was before, it was 10 years ago. So like there weren't iPhones and people weren't really doing that. So I'm so in awe of your generation who does everything on there. And like, I want to get back into that because that's like where I go to connect with people. And so I just think there's, you know, this whole, like the world of digital, there's so much. I don't know, so just kind of, I think being open to change and evolving because, I don't know, it's like, again, you know, how old are you?
19.
19.
Just turned 19.
You know what I mean? Like there's like many years in between us, and I'm just in awe of what you and your generation does. So I think just being, you know, like let's merge the two.
And honestly, I'm in awe of your confidence and just how you always, you know, just go in with everything.
And I don't feel like a confident person. I really don't. Like I'm someone.
You come off as that.
Okay, that's good.
So inspiring.
Thank you, because I think I feel very insecure, but I could be confident when it comes to others. You know what I mean? Like if it's like me lifting you up, like that's like second nature to me, you know? Okay. But with myself, I'm not as much of an advocate for myself. And so that's what we're going to work on in 2020.
I think we all should work on that 2020.
Yes.
So do you have any last advice for the beauties who want to, I don't know, partake in journalism or just, you know, just in life?
Oh, okay. I would say make your own path. You know, I don't like it when I hear people say, I want to do that. I want to do what they do. No, like stop trying to be the next Oprah or the next, like be the next you. Be the next you. And just make sure you, this is, you know, that's what I'm all about. Like do it the right way. Don't take anybody down along the way. Lift everybody up. And that energy, that comes back to you. It will. So just, I think, just be a good human being and be authentic.
Yes.
Right? Because there's only one you.
Yes, I love that. An empowered woman empower women. So keep uplifting.
Can I move in with you guys?
So this was a lovely interview, and I thank you for sitting down and talking with me.
Thank you for hanging out with me.
But before you go, I do have a gift for you, and I would like you to open it.
Wait, I know what I want it to be.
We can twin.
I didn't want to say it, but I was hoping that it was a shirt.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
You can
gosh.
Snapchat in it,
Yes,
whatever.
You are such a doll.
Thank you. So remember, beauties, Joelle is a girl with beauty and brains, and so are you. Bye.
One more. Yes, your mom's behind the camera, and you did it the best job ever. I hope my girls turn out like this, and I think I told you that.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Hi, Manny of second graders and Murphy.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Katerina Balalas.
I'm Jamila Rosemond.
And welcome to the Today Show.
And that is Joelle, our special guest.